Welcome back to the sixth and final episode in our segment, Marketing Your Property Without a Realtor. In this episode, we'll talk about real estate agent compensation and how to appropriately include these details in your marketing strategy to limit confusion and set the right expectations from the very beginning. Are you aware of how real estate agents are compensated in a real estate transaction? If not, no worries. Most people don't have a clue. The vast majority of real estate agents operate as 1099 independent contractors, meaning they are self-employed individuals that do not receive a salary, set hourly wage, or benefits. They typically are paid a percentage of the total sales price or a predetermined flat fee at the time of closing, commonly referred to as a brokerage fee or a commission. Now, the amount can vary depending on the listing agreement and terms negotiated by the seller and their agent. Historically, in Rhode Island, when someone decides to list their property for sale with the help of a real estate agent, they mutually agree on a brokerage fee at the time the listing agreement is signed. A portion of this fee may or may not be offered to a real estate agent representing a buyer, also referred to as a co-broke. Now, this compensation to the buyer's real estate agent is advertised in the MLS when the property is listed for sale, letting other real estate agents know what compensation is being offered, or if they will need to seek compensation directly from their buyer or incorporate their fee into the transaction somehow. It's important to understand that while offering compensation to the buyer's real estate agent has historically been customary practice, it is not required and is up to your personal discretion. When considering how you'll handle this in your marketing, here are a couple important points to consider. Number one, statistically, a large number of qualified buyers may not have additional funds in excess of the money required for their down payment, appraisal, home inspections, and other out-of-pocket costs to be able to compensate their real estate agent directly. Now, this could potentially deter these buyers from looking at your property due to the added out-of-pocket expense to them in choosing to have an agent represent them and look out for their best interests. In turn, this has the potential of decreasing competition over your property, and less competition can mean a lower sales price in some cases. Number two, seeing as how you don't need no stinking Realtah and you are selling your property yourself, you're not paying the brokerage fee you would be obligated to pay if you hired a listing agent. So offering compensation to just a buyer's real estate agent will be much less of an expense to you overall. Remember, a buyer working with an agent has typically been properly vetted and qualified and is a serious buyer, or their agent wouldn't be wasting their time showing them properties. So you can rest assured you're not wasting your time letting them look at your property or entertaining an offer from them. Number three, working with a buyer who is represented by a real estate agent could be a benefit to you in ensuring a smoother process overall, as they'll have proper guidance in getting to the finish line and access to all of the state standard forms. Their agent can prepare the purchase and sales agreement and other documents for the transaction so you can have them reviewed by your chosen attorney rather than paying an attorney to draft these documents for you, which can offer a savings. Although it is important to note, the buyer's real estate agent has a fiduciary responsibility to the buyer, not to you. So make sure all documents are thoroughly reviewed by a qualified party regardless of the expense. Remember, in most cases, getting your property in front of the most buyers and agents as possible will typically get you a higher sales price due to the increased competition if done properly. In the end, it's your decision. Be sure to carefully weigh these considerations and clearly indicate whether you'll be offering compensation to a buyer's real estate agent or if you expect them to negotiate their compensation directly with their buyer. Congratulations, you've completed the 6 crucial steps to successfully marketing your property without a realtor. From determining your list price and creating an effective online presence to engaging with online communities and clarifying compensation, you've navigated the digital landscape with confidence. Now it's your turn. Implement these strategies and stay tuned for the next segment in our series, Navigating Real Estate Communication Without a Realtor, where we cover the ins and outs of successfully connecting all parties, keeping everyone on the same page to make sure you get to the closing table. And don't forget, if your eyes are starting to glaze over, just reach out and let us do the heavy lifting for you. You're going to have enough heavy lifting to do packing and moving all your crap when your house sells. As always, if you found this information helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for joining us for our series, I Don't Need No Stinkin' Realtah, an empowering guide to successfully selling your home without a real estate agent. We're the Spectrum team wishing you the best on your home selling journey. See you for segment 3.